So it's a bit of a messy day. Okay, let's start. So hello, welcome back to this channel. I will probably the name might change a little while soon, but I'm not sure. Anyway, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I have a bunch of stuff that I want us to do and get done. I should probably go back to the start and let's talk about why I want to do this channel. I realized it's a creative way to get to know other people. It's fun, it's exciting. And I was like, you know what, you spend so much time on YouTube. What about you challenge yourself and you on the other side? And I was like, oh, that sounds really interesting, but also really scary at the same time, just because people's opinions on you will matter. And I was like, that's something that I struggle with, that I'm praying about every single day, and I'm hoping that God helps me. I wanted to set it just as a place for me to learn stuff, because I was thinking, you might get a job one day and you might want a creative outlet and you might have started there later. So why not start now and just expand and see where it takes you? And it's a great place, a Christian community. I wanted this channel to be for girls, anyone actually, basically Christians coming together, just talking about like I can talk about stuff that people like kids my age might want to hear, might be struggling with, that God might want me to speak and say, oh, I found from or that I'm finding from his word. But basically, I want to be a channel that I can speak to kids around my age mostly, but also older people, younger people. That's the place where kids can come and learn from. And so I hope that's a great way. I wanted to be a productive day, so I'm not really sure what we're doing, but mostly gonna be cleaning up. Um, and yeah, you can hear piano outside. It's my little sister practicing. I do not know what she's practicing. Yeah, so let's get started. Okay. Okay, so this is I actually changed my mind and decided, what about we do a Bible study together? And I will most likely try and post these as separate videos or post them on my TikTok account, which please do subscribe or do follow me on TikTok. It's a great place. I share content about, Christian life and things we have to prepare for and things we have to do unless we have to leave and things like that. So let's start a Bible study. First of all, let's do a little prayer. Dear Father, Lord, we thank you for this opportunity you have given unto us, that we be able to read your word, Father, wherever shall be from our camp, from our homes, with our roads and cars, Father. We pray that your grace may be upon our lives and help us to understand your word and be able to teach others on what we have learned as well. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. So let's get started. So we're reading Proverbs chapter 3. I have kind of basically been taking my notes, but because I felt it would take way too long if I did it actually in live while recording. So I did it before, like a few weeks ago. So let's hope that this goes smooth and like better and less time. Okay, so this chapter is called, but this NIV, Wisdom bestows well-being. My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you peace and prosperity. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and men. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. So I flip this page. Honor the Lord with all your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over the new wine. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, and do not resent his rebuke, because the Lord disciplines those he loves, as the father, the son he delights in. Blessed are those who find wisdom, those who gain understanding, for she is more profitable than silver, and yields better returns than gold. She is more precious than rubies, nothing you desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand, in her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are pleasant ways, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who take hold of her. Those who hold her fast will be blessed. By wisdom the Lord laid the earth's foundation. By understanding he set the heavens in place. By his knowledge the watery depths were divided, and the clouds let drop the dew. My son, do not let wisdom and understanding out of your sight. Reserve sound judgment and discretion. They'll be life for you, an ornament to grace your neck. Then you will go on your way in safety, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Have no fear of sudden disaster or the ruin that overtakes the wicked, for the Lord will be at your side, and I'll keep your foot from being snared. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due. When it is in your power to act, do not say to your neighbor, "Come back tomorrow and I'll give it to you," when you already have it with you. Do not plot harm against your neighbor who lives trustfully near you. Do not accuse anyone for no reason when they have done you no harm. Do not envy the violent or choose any of their ways, for the Lord tests the perverse, but takes the upright into his confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the righteous. He mocks proud mockers, but shows favor to the humble and oppressed. The wise inherit honor, but fools get only shame. I have a few notes here that I've taken. There are 2 pages of notes. If you say that's a little too much, I'd love to apologize. It's just things I think the Lord is saying, and I will try and summarize it for you and not read it word for word. So yeah, let's hope I can understand this. Okay, so the first thing that let me see if I can switch this camera around so I can speak comfortably. I don't know. Let's see. I hope you can see me. That's would be really bad if you couldn't see me. Let's fix up that lighting. I hope you can see me. I'm looking. Okay, let's hope that's where I need now. Okay. So something that I realized is this chapter is really pleading with the reader to remember the teachings of their ancestors or teachings of people who have written these books. And he's telling them, please put these things in your heart. These things are a way for you to gain things like peace and prosperity. He tells the reader, I'm just gonna actually read off my notes. He tells the reader to not let go of oddities such as love and faithfulness, but they bring favor and a good name inside of God and man. And it's straightforward, like it's literally telling you why to do something. It's not like, oh, why do we have to do that? It's literally telling you the reason why. Don't lean on your own understanding, but trust God. Submit to God and he'll make your path straight. To fear the Lord and shun evil, and don't be wise in your own eyes. And sometimes we are like, God, why do I have to do that? Like there's another path here. Why do I have to do that? Like, will this sin really affect me? Will this sin really affect others? It's a small one, it won't matter. And we think like we know, or we'll be like, oh, there's an issue here. And instead of going to God and our knees and praying, we're like, you know what, I can do it on my own. And we set our own goals and we say, I'm not sure if this is in the Bible, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, I'm not sure, so things to say tomorrow and pray. She always say, I don't know, but it's like man plans, but God fulfills. And so we can plan lots of stuff, but if it's not in God's will for our lives, it will not happen. And even if it does, there's always a bad consequence for it. And because God sees your life, so he knows what would happen or knows what happens when you follow a certain path. So he might not support that idea of yours, that job of yours, but you're like, you know what, God, I want this job and I want it. That's why it says to fear the Lord, shun evil. So don't be near for smoking, drinking. Pray to God, God, I want new friends. God, I want to live a life that is for you. He also says this brings health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Right? So he will take care of you. Follow his path. Lean on him. Don't lean on your understanding, because you don't know the whole entire world. He created it. He built it. He knows it. And the Bible verse literally says, I'm trying to find it real quick. This is Proverbs 3:19. By wisdom the Lord laid the earth's foundation. By understanding he set the heavens in place. So he knows because he has created this stuff. He also says, my wealth should honor God with the first fruits of all my wealth should honor God with all the first fruits of all your crops, right? So this is the same thing that I think happened with Cain and Abel, like bringing to God what's best and not saying, oh, no, God can have a reign of this. It's exactly that time. If we have time with God, putting God first, instead of being like, oh, I'll watch a movie with like, I don't know, my friend, myself, whatever. Being like, have I done my Bible study? Have I spoken to God? Have I put enough time? Have I dedicated this thing to God? Because when you do that, you're well taken care of by God. He's looking after you, right? He says, your reservoir bars will be filled, right? So good things will come out of it. And it says the Lord disciplines those he loves, right? And then goes and say, blessed are those who find wisdom, those who gain understanding. And that's because they go to the Lord, they ask the Lord, God change me, God make me who you want me to be. But it's also um but it's also like talking about, sorry guys for that little, she's trying to ask something. She realized I was recording. Um it says, blessed are those who find wisdom, those who gain understanding. The Lord disciplines those he loves. And that's the sad part, or like the really challenging part, because we're like, I want to live that life, but God loves you and cares for you, and he can't let you go down a path that is not right for you. So whether that means you're losing something, you're forgetting something, you're not getting the thing you wanted, so he can look at you and so he can focus on him and go back and be like, God, where have I gone wrong? So he corrects you. He will, because he loves you. He doesn't want you to be distracted by the devil's plans, right? He says, we are warned to not let wisdom and understanding out of your sight. Preserve sound judgment and discretion. There will be life for you, right? So always, whatever you do, keep wisdom. They're like, if someone says, let's go do this, but God is just wise. If someone says, let's go steal, let's go lie to your parents, lie to your friends, or like, the things that you should not be doing. They're like, God, is this what you want me to do? And don't let those out of your sight, because they guide you, they show you what's right and what's wrong. Preserve sound judgment, right? If someone says, if you have two friends and they're arguing and they're talking about this person did this person did this, having that skill to be like, guys, maybe solve this in this way, not encouraging that argument, be like, maybe solve this in this way, or knowing what's right, how God wants you to live, and how the world wants you to live. So knowing those two things, right? And another observation that I found is, I'm going to read more about this, but it's, the author relates to wisdom as a woman. He's always saying she will give you this, she will guide you there, she will this, right? So I actually will read more about that. If someone here is listening, maybe Google that and ask and educate the rest of us, right? And I was talking about, because I did this in two parts, and my application for this was put reminders in many places to find God fast and reflect to see whether I have reached this goal. So each day, my goal from this chapter was to put the reminders, sticky notes on my phone, reminders, like if I was playing listen to music, like the song that when I was in Bible study, playing that song. So those things to remind me, like, have I put God first today? Have I put his word, his kingdom? And I had a little prayer that I will keep personal. And then I did a part 2 to this, which that might be the end of this one. And I hope, because I think this is a little bit messy, but I hope that you took something out of this, because I didn't make this video way too long, so I'm gonna cut it here. But I can do a part 2 maybe sometime throughout the day, so please look out for that. And if you found this too messy and you couldn't understand, I will make another video just for this, just so you can get a great understanding of what I was trying to say. And maybe I was speaking too fast, and so I'll edit that and like try and get you a better version of this. So yeah, that was my Bible study. Let's pray for that, please. I hope you got a message out of this and it has somebody. Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this Bible study. We thank you for this opportunity. Even though it was a short one day, Father, but I hope it touched many others and it told them to lean on you, to focus on you, to keep wisdom, understanding always within us, Father. And you continue to guide us, Father. We pray for the rest of the day, Father, in Jesus' name. So guys, my mom was really nice and she made us breakfast today. So for breakfast, we're having this dish. It's a porridge. It's made from like millet flour, and you add milk and water and just like let it simmer. It's really nice and it has a little bit of sugar to it. It's really good and it's actually it's really healthy. Then we have these cookies that I'm actually they're very breakfast, really nice. These bananas can be put on top of your porridge. So that's what we're eating for breakfast today. So yeah. Okay, guys. So breakfast was good. Now I'm going to organize my room, which I'm gonna show you in a quick minute. Then after that, probably I want to move the stuff in the living room, like I'm trying to reorganize setup. You might say, like, I started this mini project around my room. I can have another one, but I'm just move this quickly and show you another one that I have mine. Okay. So I have this like little art. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. This art project of mine. It's literally. I'm gonna put it here. Let's see. Hopefully it's still good. Don't fall. It's kind of blocking that light, so I'm gonna do this. It's a mini project. I don't know if you can see it. Just literally all foods. I don't know why, but it is. So, and I have like this one on my wall right here. It's kind of messy. I know you can see it's messy, but a journey that I'm trying to set for myself this year. Let's have a quick chat. Because why not? I'm trying to set up this camera, but let's have a quick chat. Okay. Guess my messy bed. So, actually, maybe let's move this far away. Let's put this here. When I talk, I realize this YouTube thing is. Yeah, you can see my bed. Let's just forget about that. Move that. Okay. This is down. This is like the bench. Let's move this to do. That's the lighting. Basically, yeah, you can see my head's kind of. Anyway, I'm trying. I realized I'm getting older. Sadly for me, like so many people are excited for it, but personally, I don't know. I'm just seeing what God is taking me. I just feel like more and more time is passing by. And by the way, I was gonna say this: your younger years, especially like your 6 years of being a teen, pass by really quickly than you expect. Like people don't talk much about that, and it passes by real quickly. So I am trying to do as much as possible in the remaining few years, 1 or 2 that I have of being a teenager. So I want to enjoy them and accomplish so much more time in that. So that's why I said, you know what, every year YouTube doesn't work and I always give up and I'm like, the lighting, this, that. This year we're just gonna go for it. I'm like, because this year I'm really pushing myself. Like last year I feel like I accomplished a lot, but it was more academic stuff and like yes, I was everywhere at school, but like this year I want to be like everywhere in my life. Like, sports, school, friendships, family, I don't know, creative aspects, like academic aspects, just everywhere, and just so I can not feel like satisfied, because personally I don't think I got this for me, but just so that I can look back and see like, did I waste every single day that I woke? Did I use every day properly? So that's why I'll be like, I'm filming, and I just want, I think it's a fun way, community wise, like you talk to lots of people, and that's exciting to me. So yeah. So okay, we're gonna make this bed. I can give you a room tour. It's like, yeah. Quick. I don't know how much time is around. Okay. Quick room tour. This needs that to the lighting that I'm using. So we have like this little wall here. I'm trying to do something for this wall. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of a window, but this section, we have this little guy here. The lighting is better now. I don't know how I improved it. Okay, I'm just gonna say this now. One of my future projects is to really change my room and make it something that is functional but also really pretty to look at. So that's one of my projects I'm working on. So I'm gonna make my bed. Probably should clean the floor. It's kind of dirty. If you think the carpet is really bad, it's not the carpet. It's kind of the lighting on its own is not so right for the carpet. But yeah, I'm gonna make my bed. Which again, the lighting is not really great right now, but yeah, make my bed, and then I probably want to organize the living room. We're gonna move the living room, so that's exciting. So I'll get to you guys in a quick minute. Let's just set this up here. I don't know how I'm gonna set it up. Like, just it's less messy. Like, I'm still gonna have to vacuum the room, probably organize my closet, which is slightly piling up. So yeah, I suppose made my bed quite simple, nothing much. Just yeah, should probably get to the living room now. Okay, so guys, I was meant to be cleaning, and then with my family, then they decided they want to do it a bit later. It was raspy. So we are going to be reading this book. This lighting is not so great, but it has also a bookmark that comes with the book. It's a matching bookmark, which is really cute because it's a bit longer. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know why it's like reflecting so weirdly. So let's turn this a little bit so you guys can see the book in the front of the camera. Yeah, it's that and this. They can't see me. Stop that. Okay, the back. So I'll be reading that, and then I will go and convince my family to clean before I either want to bake, go outside, like practice a little bit of volleyball, and then I don't know, and then I'll probably have to wash my dishes. Yeah, then run down. My day is really weird. Like I don't know. I'm trying to create a routine, but yeah, it's why I'm also vlogging because I think that keeps me accountable to do stuff that I probably wouldn't do. You know. I don't know if you guys have a book that you wanted to read and you've been super busy and do not know how to read. Well, this could be chance to read with me, and I'm gonna play some music and yeah. So if you have a book you wanted to read and you know, you're too lazy to pick it up, well, now is a great time to read with me. I'm gonna be reading. I don't know if I want this in real time. Maybe in the future you guys should let me know. You wanna read in real time? You know, let's play some music. Or listen to podcasts. I think it's really hard to put, so I'm just gonna play this. Yeah, and then I probably won't read the whole time reading because that's too boring. But really, I said I don't know when I'm done with the book. If I think it's a good book, I will probably talk about it as I'm trying to read more this year. A lot more. Hey, so update. The moment my head, it's really messy. Speed it up. I was getting frustrated. I've been trying to edit this video for the past 2 hours. Couldn't even get it together. But we're not gonna give up because the devil likes to upset us. So we're gonna keep filming, and then I need to help my mom with a bunch of things and organize the living room. I still haven't done it. I was like, you know what about we get a hairstyle with editing? It'll probably take you a while since it's your first major editing video. Putting it together. Couldn't find platforms for computer. But my mom offered to give me her computer like, after dinner, so I will start editing then. So I'm gonna film now, get stuff done. Because today's been a really good day. I actually looked at my time, I was like, I have used my time so well. I enjoyed the whole filming thing. This is where this is going to annoy you, you know? So when that happen, we are going to go and do other stuff. I'm doing my out today. So yeah, do other stuff and then come back. I'm gonna shoot the living room that I wanna fix up. Like I'm not doing my gym, I'm just gonna move it. I'm not gonna keep it like all the furniture like spots in the house. And then I will probably start like putting it slow together over the next few months. Then hopefully I'll have it looking better in a few months time. Yeah. I don't know if anyone knows platforms or softwares that work well on Chromebooks for editing. Please let me know because your sister is struggling to just get my stuff up there. So yeah. So guys, we are outside and my family who is attempting to play volleyball. Yes, in dresses. You guys, for nice rally, don't give rally at this. One. What is no wow. Okay, nice up. One. Guys, so right now I actually did a few things, but we're going to be making this traditional dish that I'm excited to make. It's like I'll get it up, you guys can see, and it will be delicious. And yes, I have someone back here. Anyway, so we'll be making this like dessert. I'm trying to get this to bend. Okay, because we'll be making this. It's called like mandazi. It's an East African dish, especially from my country. I'll show you the ingredients right after. This is person bugging me to show you guys. So she's my little sister with joy. So yeah, ingredients: need 3 cups of all-purpose flour, half a cup of sugar, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of ground cardamom, half a teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 egg, and like coconut milk, which I would just use normal milk, like a cup and a bit of coconut milk of normal milk. Then oil. This recipe can literally be found on the Tasty website. As you can see, it's not that hard. So I'm gonna try and mix everything together quickly as I can show you. And yeah, I'll put like all the stuff and then you want to measuring it, you just need to put it together because it's easier. And I put it to my squeaky chair. So yeah. So I basically put in all my spices and dry stuff, and I'm gonna add all the eggs and that milk. You can see it's quite a lot of stuff that needs mixing. So you can just get a little montage of that. I think this to work. Yeah. Usually I use a bigger spoon, but I realized I don't really want to wash that much. So I'm trying to mix this real quick. It looks so, I don't know. It's gonna look better because I promise it'll look delicious when they're done. So yeah. Now I'm gonna add in all these eggs and all that. So yeah. So basically we have the finished product, which is the mandazi, the really nice Nutella sauce with some jam, which is really delicious. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little segment of mine, my little baking segment. Oh, I don't know. Yes, my little baking segment. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is really good. Oh, it's yum. But yeah.